Recall the Sutram 2.3.23 Hetau. We have studied this Sutram which prescribes a third case affix following a Pratipadikam which denotes a cause or a reason. The anuvritti of Hetau comes into the Sutram which we are going to study now. Sutram here is 2.3.2.5. which says Vibhasha Gune Striyam. Padachila is Vibhasha Gune Astriyam. Vritti says Gune Hetavastrilinge Panchami Vasyat. Meaning a fifth case affix is optionally used following a non-feminine pratipadikam. Sutram says astriyam, which denotes a quality or a virtue, that is a cause or a reason. So the pratipadikam should denote a quality or virtue that is a cause or reason. Note here says that when the optional fifth case affix is not used, Sutram says vibhasha. So the fifth case affix is optional. When the fifth case affix is not used, then we go back to 2.3.23 and use a third case affix. So 2.3.23 is a general rule which prescribes a third case affix following a pratipadikam that denotes a hetuhu, a cause or reason. This Sutram 2.3.25 optionally prescribes a fifth case affix following a pratipadikam which denotes a cause or a reason, but it requires two more conditions to be satisfied. The first condition is that the pratipadikam should be non-feminine. The second condition is that the pratipadikam should denote a quality or virtue of someone or something and not someone or something. For example, Jadya Jadyena Va Baddhaha. So, Jadyad Baddhaha athava Jadyena Baddhaha. Jadyat, of course, is Panchami Ekavachanam, following the pratipadikam Jadya, and Jadyena is Tritiya Ekavachanam. The meaning is someone bound, Baddhaha, on account of stupidity. So Jada means being inert or dull or foolish or stupid. So Jadyam is the attribute or quality of foolishness, stupidity, dullness, and it's a neuter pratipadikam. So both the conditions are satisfied. We have a non-feminine pratipadikam which denotes a quality being a cause for, in this case, someone being bound. So therefore, we optionally use a fifth case affix by this Sutram 2.3.25 Vibhasha Gune Striyam, and when the fifth case affix is not used, we use the third case affix by 2.3.23 Hetau. Now to highlight the importance of the condition Gune, the commentator gives the example Gune Kim Dhanena Kulam, means a prestigious family on account of wealth. Now wealth is a thing. It is not a quality or attribute of something. So we cannot use 2.3.25 because the Sutram says Gune. So therefore we have to necessarily use a third case affix. By the Sutram 2.3.23 Hetau, we get the form Dhanena. There is no optional fifth case affix. And to highlight the importance of the condition Astriyam, commentator says Astriyam Kim Buddhya Muktaha. Buddhya Muktaha means someone liberated on account of intelligence. Buddhi is a feminine pratipadikam. So therefore we cannot use 2.3.25 because that specifies astriyam. And hence we have to use a third case affix by 2.3.23 hetau to get the form buddhya. There is no optional form. But now sometimes we do see a fifth case affix being used following a pratipadikam which denotes a cause or reason, and the pratipadikam is not a quality or attribute, and the pratipadikam may be feminine. So therefore the Siddhanta Kaumudi says Vibhasheti yoga vibhaga the gune striyancha kvachit. Vibhasha iti yoga vibhagat agune striyam cha kvachit. Yoga vibhagaha is a technique of splitting a sutram into two parts. Here yoga means sutram, vibhaga means dividing. So we form a separate sutram as vibhasha. And the meaning of that sutram simply means a fifth case affix is optionally used following a pratipadikam which denotes a hetuhu, a cause or reason. No condition of gune or astriyam. For example, Dhumadagniman Parvataha. On account of smoke, it can be inferred that the mountain possesses fire. Dhuma means smoke, so it's not a quality or an attribute. It's a thing. So if we kept the sutram as it is, 2.3.25, we could not use it because 2.3.25 as it stands requires a pratipadikam which is a quality or attribute, and dhuma does not satisfy that condition. But when we split the sutram and make vibhasha a separate sutram, that separate sutram does not have any condition, so therefore we are able to justify this form dhumat. Second example here is nasti ghato nupalabdhehe. Na asti ghataha anupalabdhehe. On account of non-perception, there is no pot. Upalabdhi means perception or recognition. Anupalabdhi means non-perception. It is a feminine pratipadikam. Here again, if we kept 2.3.25 as it is, the condition pastriyam is not satisfied and we could not justify the fifth case affix being used following the pratipadikam anupalabdhi to denote the cause or reason why there is no pot. But when we split the sutram into two parts, make vibhasha as a separate sutram, then we can justify the fifth case affix, even though anupalabdhi is a feminine pratipadikam. So sentence means there is no pot on account of non-perception, which basically means there is no pot because it is not perceived. But the way the sentence is composed, it means on account of non-perception, we infer that there is no pot. So when we see a fifth case affix being used to denote a hetuhu, and the pratipadikam either does not stand for a quality or attribute or is a feminine pratipadikam, then we have to resort to this technique of yoga vibhaga suggested by the Siddhanta Kaumudi. So we make vibhasha as a separate sutram to justify these forms where a fifth case affix is used to denote a hetuhu which is either not a quality or the pratipadikam is feminine.